Hey everybody, it's Emerald Man 1994 here with my new series, My Favorites, Legend of Zelda Edition. And here we'll have my favorite Legend of Zelda games. My fifth favorite Legend of Zelda game is The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, because it introduced a new gameplay mechanic that will forever be monumental in the series of Legend of Zelda for the DS. The ability to draw on the map and make notes. This ability made puzzle solving much easier and allowed Nintendo to make the dungeons and puzzles more complicated. Also, one of my favorite things about Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, maybe a little weird, but there was one puzzle where there was like this weird looking picture on the top screen and you had no idea what to do. Somehow you had to solve the puzzle. So, in order to solve the puzzle, you had to close your DS, and it would flip the image to something you can actually tell what it is. It was pretty cool because I never knew that by closing the DS, that was a method of, like a button, not like a way to solve a puzzle. It was very, very cool. My fourth favorite is the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask was a really great game that I first played on the Wii, the Nintendo 64 Virtual Console. And one of my favorite part was the masks themselves. Changing masks into becoming Goron Link, Zora Link, Deku Link. Just those things made the gameplay change so much more. And it made every time you put on a new mask, it's like you're playing a different game. It was great. I also liked the moon. I mean, the fact that the moon was going to be crashing into the earth and you have to stop it in 3 days, or you need to go back in time with an ocarina. That's just, wow, what an amazing story, unlike any other Zelda game. And that, which brings me to the ocarina. I love how you can use the ocarina to change time, to speed up time, to slow down time, to go forward days, to go back in time. It was just a great job done by Nintendo. My third favorite game is The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, a game I just beat yesterday. My favorite thing about it is really just like the items. My favorite item, the sand. The sand wand is there. You can, and the boomerang, and the way in the whirlwind item, in the bow of light, all these crazy items they can use with a stylus, which really make the game so much better. And also the way it uses the map, such as Phantom Hourglass did. And also I just really, really, really like the music on Spirit Tracks. From the opening theme, to using the Spirit Flute, to the Dark Realm theme, to Chancellor Cole's theme, Zelda's Lullaby. It's all there, and it's all great. You can check out one of my playlists I should be posting up right here, and go check it out because there's some really good music there. My second favorite Legend of Zelda game is the Ocarina of Time. And my favorite thing is really, again, the music there. Monumental things with the ocarina, right A down, the Song of Time, Zelda's Lullaby, all those amazing songs. And my favorite Legend of Zelda game of all time is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I just loved the controls. The way you swing the remote to attack, and the way you use the nunchuck to move. It was just flawless, the controls. Also enjoyed how you go into Wolf Link. Again, just like Majora's Mask, it changed the gameplay in all these different other controls, and it was just very well done by Nintendo. And yeah, so now we're going on to my favorite items. Okay, my fifth favorite item is the Iron Boots, which I most like them in Twilight Princess, where in the Goron mines you had to put on the iron boots, which would allow you to walk on the ceiling because the ceiling was magnetic, and walk on places and change gravity and stuff. It just kind of reminded me of Super Mario Galaxy, walking on the ceiling, all of a sudden falling down or we take them off. Just very good gameplay. My fourth favorite item is the ball and chain, again in Twilight Princess, which you got in the Snow Sanctuary or whatever it was called. It was just cool to me how you have this giant ball and chain, you swing it around and you attack people. I mean, what an amazing item you can use to break very, structured, hard things. My third favorite item is, again, in Twilight Princess, the Dominion Rod. This is, I think, is the only game it's been in. It's a rod you get in Arbiter's Ground that you use, and you can control some statues, and you can move them around for puzzles to step on buttons, and you can move them around to shield you from things and items. It was crazy how that affected the puzzles. It was very well done. And my second favorite item is, again, on Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, the double claw shot. This, I think, is the first game the double claw shot was ever in, but it kind of reminded me of Spider-Man. I felt like Link was Spider-Man. He would grab onto one thing with his right hand, then he'd grab onto it with his left hand, grabbing onto items, slinging from point to point with metal chains. It was just amazing. And my first favorite item is the Sand Wand from Spirit Tracks. Just the gameplay mechanics where you can control sand and raise it up to where you can get to higher points. You can also use it to get Zelda in Phantom form across the sand that she couldn't normally walk across. Use it to, drown enemies, attack enemies. It's just move boulders. It was just an amazing item. Okay, now we go to my dungeons. My fifth favorite dungeon is the Fire Temple in the Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. It was probably it was the hardest dungeon I feel in Spirit Tracks, and just the gameplay there was it was amazing. I mean, from the points where you had to, use Zelda to walk, to get across lava, and all the other gameplay mechanics there, it was just fantastic. My fourth favorite is the Snowhead Temple in Majora's Mask. I really liked the how you were Goron Link and you have to run and do jumps. It kind of made me think I was like a skateboarder going across large jumps, and rolling around. It was pretty crazy. You also have to I like the main room, the main tower, where you had to attack the thing to get up the stairs, and it's a very cool dungeon. My third favorite dungeon is the Sand Temple in Spirit Tracks. Again, this is my favorite because it uses the Sand Wand. The Sand Wand is such a cool item. As I said before, it's my favorite item. And here's a dungeon where you can really put it to use and help Zelda get across those sand she couldn't normally get across, move boulders, smash them, attack them. It's crazy. My second favorite dungeon is the Goron Mines in Twilight Princess. My favorite mechanic there was using the iron boots and just walking on the ceiling. It made me feel like I was playing Super Mario Galaxy when it wasn't even out yet. You just walking on the ceiling because the ceiling's magnetic, and you could fall down any time into a new area, and yeah, just amazing. And then the Lake Bed Temple in Twilight Princess, which again is another place you can use the iron boots, where you can sink down in the water, and you stay down there easily with the iron boots because you sink. Also, in the Lake Bed Temple is when it first introduced, like the claw shot, the hook shot, claw shot? Yeah, claw shot, where you can, attack. We can grab onto things up in the air and sling from, point to point. It was really awesome. And here we go to bosses. Okay, my fifth favorite boss is Twin Rova. Twin Rova was in Ocarina of Time, and there's similar bosses like Twin Rova in other Legend of Zelda games, but Twin Rova was so cool because Fire and Ice sisters basically combined, and you had, they would split apart, and you'd have to use your mirror shield to reflect the fire onto the ice person, the ice on the fire person. It was just very cool and great use of the mirror shield. And my fourth favorite boss is Majora's Mask in Majora's Mask. The 3 stages in that boss battle were absolutely amazing. I loved how you had to use your different skills you learned before and your different masks and your different items. And I just like the way Majora's Mask looked. It was a really awesome boss battle. My third favorite is Malladus from the Spirit Tracks. My favorite form of him was whenever he was in the Malladus boss battle. You had a few things you had to do. There was the Demon Train battle, Then there was the Malladus who overpowered Zelda. Then there was Malladus who overpowered Chancellor Cole. And it was just an amazing battle. My second favorite boss is Zant from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I liked how he'd take you to previous levels and you had to use all the methods you used to beat the mini bosses or bosses and use it to defeat him. He's a very cool and crazy guy. And my first favorite boss is Ganondorf from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I really enjoyed the boss battle, how your swords collided, and you had to shake the Wii remote and spin it. It was just an awesome boss battle, awesome graphics, awesome boss battle. Okay, well that about wraps it up. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. It only takes a few clicks, and I will see you guys later. Until then, this is Emerald Man 1994 signing off.